Welcome to New Hope Ice Arena for the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic Girls Hockey Tournament, now in its 23rd year. A quarterfinal round matchup for you tonight. It's the Willmar Cardinals taking on the Armstrong-Cooper Wings. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, through thick and thin, this tournament's been around for a long time now, since obviously before all these players were born. We've seen a lot of the evolution of girls hockey, and it's kind of an exciting time to be back here and see Armstrong-Cooper out here hosting this tournament again.
I remember my daughter was playing in this a number of years ago, and it's still here, and it's good. And you know, the girls' tradition is still hanging in there. They're playing good, much improved girls hockey, you know, since they started here, and it's fun to still see it here.
Both of these teams coming in with similar records. Each team has won 3 games this season. They played a very close game last year, a game that we had a chance to televise with Willmar, winning it 1-0. And on paper, at least, it looks like it should be a pretty good matchup here tonight.
Everything's the same with these teams. They're struggling a little bit this year. They're having trouble scoring, but they're playing tough. I mean, they've had some close games, both teams against the opponents they're playing with, and I'm expecting a low-scoring game, a tough game, and a gritty game between both these teams tonight.
Yeah, pretty good goaltending on both sides as well, which would limit the scoring even more. We're going to talk about key players to look at in tonight's contest, starting with the Willmar Cardinals. And Madison Garberding is a player that their first word out of coach's mouth was a natural when we asked about her.
Yeah, she's a goal scorer, got a good shot. She's been a 4-year starter for him. She's got 10 points and very even, 5 goals, 5 assists. All-around player. They kind of depend on her to do the scoring for him. And the one thing he said, though, is kind of funny. Wish she would shoot more. She wants to get in close, get in tight, and he wants her to really start shooting from pretty much everywhere. And that's kind of a note for the whole team. They all need to start shooting some more from all the angles. Stop trying to make pretty or get in tight. And she needs to step up. And I think once she starts doing that, the rest of them will follow her. And we'll see if Madison can do that tonight.
And for Armstrong-Cooper, they're looking for a little more balance too, but one of the players that they've been able to count on really, not just this year, but the last couple, to at least generate some of their offense is Leah O'Brien.
Yeah, and again, here we go, another 4-year starter. She's got 9 points, so a similarity there too. She's been a leader for him. She's feisty, she's gritty, she really works hard. And she plays both ends really well, both offense and defense. But she can put the puck in the net, and she makes the other players around her a little bit better too. So she's a little bit more of an all-around player, but they'll look to her for scoring too. And she's got to step up tonight too. And we'll see how she pans out with the Wings tonight.
Elsa Brusel, the Armstrong-Cooper coach, said they had been building a little bit of momentum, but now it feels like a long time between games. And, you know, knocking the rust off is going to be something that both these teams have to deal with. Obviously, when you get holiday tournament, your schedule's interrupted quite a bit.
Well, we find that first period will probably be a little bit of rusty, but second and third periods, they come around, and, you know, they're both looking to step up. Now, Armstrong-Cooper won 2 out of their last 3 games, and they scored 6 goals in their last game against Arundel, a team that had beaten them previously. They're starting to play up a little bit, and they've kind of gotten a goalie that they didn't know they had. Has played 3 out of the last 4 games. She's gotten wins for them. She stepped up on the plate, and they really needed that. Now, if they got a little confidence between the pipes, they can stretch their offense a little bit more and start going toward the goals a little bit more, maybe overcome this lack of scoring that they've had earlier on this season.
All right, we'll see who moves into the championship semifinals here. It's Willmar and Armstrong-Cooper coming up next year from the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood? Or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. You can learn about the latest news through our truly local newscast. We cover and air around 150 high school sporting events every year. For our cities, we air parades and city meetings that you can watch whenever you want. Then, any citizen of our cities can create and share their own original content. We'll even teach you how to use the equipment too. We have always provided you with a connected community experience, and as life gets busier than ever, we will continue to engage, inform, and inspire through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
The Wings getting set for battle here as they come onto the ice after the Zamboni did its thing here, as Armstrong-Cooper hoping to show up and play well, obviously in their own tournament too, Dan. That's always a thing. You know, you're on, I was going to say home ice, although their games are on the South Rink normally here. So they've obviously skated on this side some throughout the years and all that, but this is not the actual rink of the two here at New Hope that they normally play in.
No, but like we said, you know, they've won 2 out of their last 3 games. There's some signs of encouragement here, and they kind of found a new goalie here. So in their own tournament, playing a team that might be a little bit of a revenge factor. I'm sure they remember last year, and they get a new start here. It's kind of the second half of the season, although it isn't, but it'd be interesting to see what they do here. And some new people have scored, as we were talking to Coach earlier before the game here. Some people scoring that normally haven't. So that will always get you confidence in when you haven't scored and all of a sudden you've started putting a few pucks in the net. It turns out the little confidence can go a long way. So we'll see how that translates tonight.
Well, and I was relieved to hear from Willmar coach Eric Setrum that they did not have much difficulty getting here. You know, it's obviously we've had some weather issues and maybe a little bit worse outside the metro area, the way it sounds. But he said, you know, it only took us. They're in a hotel in Maple Grove, and he said it only took us maybe 5 minutes longer than what we've been used to. So that was certainly good to hear. You never. You know, I've been reading up a little bit on a couple of tournaments in various sports, and there's definitely a concern with the travel. You know, when you're crossing the state through heavy snow and possibly icy roads.
Well, and the other part of it too is that, you know, they're coming in from Willmar. These types of things during the holiday, these tournaments, I know when I was planning for my teams when I coached, this is kind of a fun thing too. It gets you out of the league. It gets you out of the standard playing the regular teams that you normally do, and you look forward to coming up to the cities and getting out of town and having some time in a hotel and hanging with your classmates and your teammates and playing in a tournament, playing different teams that you don't normally get a chance to play, and to have it canceled because of weather or having difficulty getting there, that just makes a bummer of the whole thing, and you're looking forward to it. And for some of these kids, you know, they're seniors. This is their last chance to hang out together, and so this is a big deal for these kids, you know, and even it's just to the quote-unquote cities. It's a big deal, so I'm sure he was happy to have a nice, easy trip up here and get settled in. And, boy, he sure likes this tournament, doesn't he? He just really enjoys coming up here and playing here, and it was great talking to him. A really nice guy, and really likes his team and enjoys coaching, and it was fun talking to him.
Well, we certainly have some, you know, get a chance to see some player or teams from outside of your area and everything too, where you look at it and say, well, how do they play hockey in the Central Lakes Conference versus the Northwest Suburban and all of that kind of thing. So we will pause for a moment here as no, it looks like we will not be having a national anthem. I think they had that before the first game of the tournament, which is kind of customary. So we will just get heading into action here with Willmar. One thing we know that they have good goaltending. We saw Savannah Knutson last year. There's a look at Elsa Brustel, the head coach for Armstrong-Cooper, now in her 3rd season, and they did face this Willmar team, as we said, a year ago in the quarterfinals in a game that we had for you here on CCX. In the middle of that pile is number 30, the senior goalie Savannah Knutson. She was on the all-tournament team here last year, and just a very solid goalie, and coach went so far as to say he doesn't think there's necessarily a better one around in Class A hockey. So he has the utmost faith in Savannah.
She's faced 408 shots, Jay, so far this year, only giving up 29 goals. She's got a .929 save percentage, which is easily in the top 5 in the state. She's an excellent goalie. She's kept them in a lot of games. She's had a couple of games where she's made over 50s. Had faced 50 shots. She's a tremendous goalie. It'll be a treat to watch her tonight, and she's going to be a real challenge for the Wings to try and get one by her tonight.
And at the other end is a sophomore, Lindsay Batts, in goal, and she has fared very well, as Dan said. Been playing lately. Got her first shutout ever against Irondale in their last game, which they won 6-0. As we are underway here in this opening period.
One thing to note, too, now Willmar usually has a pretty good first period. It's their best period by far to show throughout the season. So we'll see if they can get off to a head start here and maybe get a quick lead on the Wings.
And coach admitted that it was kind of a depth issue, that they've got a really good, solid core of their first 10 players, but then, it kind of falls off a little bit, or some that are just gaining experience and that kind of thing. So that might show up later in some of these games as well. Here's one of their top guns, Bailey Olson, number 7, banging it ahead to the wings blue line, where it's grabbed by Hannah Schneider. Schneider putting it onto the stick of Izzy Kriesel, and she will dump it into the Willmar zone. Cardinals unable to get the puck out on the first crack at it there, as Autumn Lindgren sends it back in deep. Look to reverse it here and get it back around now. Serena Monson forced back the other way, and Tana Christensen will turn and go right back as they keep swinging it back and forth, trying to find a little space to get that breakout going. Backhand pass floated to center and then chipped right back in there by Mackenzie Johnson for the Wings. Thrown back ahead here by Caitlin Quinn, and that's going to be an icing call. If it doesn't quite connect, we will head back into the AC zone, as both teams taking an opportunity to change up here.
I think one thing you're noticing right away is the Willmar Cardinals tend to be a little small. They're very much a sophomore team right now. You'll get a chance to Lindsay Batts, see her numbers there. Excellent .967 per save percentage. And I think you're seeing the effects of Christmas vacation right now, too. The legs aren't quite moving as fast as I think they'd like them to.
Got the pass away there to Bailey Olson, now getting it over to Monson. Serena Monson, a delayed penalty coming. Bots knocks that one aside. Cardinals are going to go on an early power play here, but first they're buzzing the net, trying to get something before then. Thrown on goal, but they get it back again. Put to the front. Oh, and Bots just able to cover that one up, as we will get our tripping call enforced against Armstrong-Cooper. So the Cardinals will get an early power play opportunity here, as heading off for AC is Julia Campion.
Campion, a 9th grader, got her stick just a little bit out of control and took the legs out, and giving the Cardinals a first power play opportunity.
Got to look there at Eric Setrum, the Willmar head coach. So we'll see what they can do as they get things set up. Now we're deep enough into the season that I think you have a pretty good idea what you want to do with your power play. Sometimes early on it feels like you haven't had a lot of time to work on it, but we're kind of past that now. We're into the middle of the schedule.
Well, they're firing at about 18%, which still needs some work. You want to be at around the 25% range to have an effective power play. So
Sydney Olson with speed up the right side, but then went down. But they get things set up. Pass coming out front, chipped away there by Mackenzie Johnson, but they can't get it out of the zone.
Really important here early on, Jay, for the Cardinals to get some shots on goal. Don't look for pretty. Just try to get some shots on goal and get some red bodies on that net.
Bailey Olson threw in on net there. Bots with a pad save, but Wings had a chance to clear it, but couldn't do it. A little too slow on the release. Willmar getting the puck down deep and working from there. Nice bank pass around. Here's a chance and a goal. Buried there by Sydney Olson, as they really did a good job of moving the puck back and forth, working from behind the net, and got Armstrong-Cooper a little out of position, and all of a sudden Sydney Olson was pretty much alone against the goalie Bots.
That side-to-side movement behind the net kind of got the defense moving back and forth, side to side, and you can see Dee got stuck off to the side there and left Olson all by herself. She got one in on the short left-hand side there. Just ripped a good shot. And Coach Setrum was talking about, he had some girls that could shoot the puck, and they were just trying to get in too close all the time, and then finally Sydney Olson ripped one, and it beat Bots there, and they take a 1-0 lead on the power play. And it's amazing sometimes if you get a power play going, all of a sudden your scoring starts picking up.
Yeah, there was exactly the type of opportunity you're hoping to create by moving that puck well. Directed aside there by Knutson as the Wings see if that one maybe gets them a little mad and fired up and trying to come back right away. Blocker save there, puck loose, and they're able to get it clear. It goes off the stick of Schneider, who comes back to get it at center. Pass ahead now. Paige Lloyd-Old had it get away from her. Schneider. Olsen gets the goal. I believe they said Monson with 1 assist and Bailey Olsen with the other. So a 1-0 lead here for Willmar. Long rink-wide pass onto the stick of Monson, but taken away from her there quickly by Mackenzie Johnson. Wings play it down. It's going to come in on net here, so no icing obviously, and not going to take any chances there. Savannah Knutson will hang on.
All of a sudden with that goal scored, the pace has picked up a little bit. The skating's gotten a little better. We've seen some legs come out from underneath some of these players, both sides actually, not just one team, but we'll see if those legs get a little stronger now as the game goes on.
Goal for Sydney Olsen was her first of the season, so a nice way to start the tournament as well. Quinn banking it ahead. It bounces out front of the Willmar net, but Armstrong-Cooper was changing, so there was nobody really in position to get to it. Willmar's done a nice job of connecting on some short passes up ice, and you know, obviously every breakout's not going to work out exactly how you want, but I like the way they're in position and moving the puck with that, you know, pretty good first pass when they're getting out of the zone. Garberding back to get it, playing it for Nina Dawson. Taken away from her, and here comes Lloyd-Old for Armstrong-Cooper. Trying to keep possession down in the corner. She battles with Olsen. They play it around. Here's Serena Monson first to it. Monson getting it ahead now to Maya Monson. Floating it back, but it's way up in the air and tough one to control obviously there. They pull it off the wall. Maya Monson looking for some space here. Circles the net, comes into the circle and shoots, but missed the net there. So they were getting some traffic set up in front of Bots. Wings had control briefly, but couldn't get it out. Now thrown to the front of the net where it's stopped by Schneider. Dumped ahead by O'Brien into the Cardinals zone. As Armstrong-Cooper changing up. They trail it early 1-0 here. The Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic on its 23rd season. Maya Monson. Not real big, but she can skate.
Nice hands too.
Up the middle she comes. She's really 1 against 3. Makes a great move around the D. Monson to the front. Oh, and it trickled away. Those are the kind you almost hope to see it go in just because she had such a great rush up ice. But obviously Armstrong-Cooper doesn't feel that way, and they kind of got burned a little bit there, but didn't give one up. Here's a chance. Oh, Garberding walking to the front, but Quinn cut it off just in time.
Yeah, that's something Coach was talking about too, just trying to make that one last move to get in time. Maybe she should have shot it.
Knutson kicking that one out, but a huge rebound. Jenna Ott got to it and plays it around the D. Ott gets to it now. She's waiting for help as they're changing. Does a good job possessing it there for a long time, and then gets around, and her shot attempt though didn't have much on it, knocked down. Sadie Bresnahan went after it. Here's Ott. Knocked down here as the Cardinals looking to clear and relieve the pressure, and they end up icing it here.
Well, good control by the Wings inside on the forecheck, and then getting inside the zone and waiting for their teammates to show up to get some bodies back in there. Not really turning into any good shots or quality shots, and they're going to need some more on Knutson to make it work. Nice move up here by Maya. Look at this little move here. Just brings it back underneath the stick and gets inside. Bots with a real nice save there. Stayed right on the puck, centered, and made a nice save.
Here's Maya Monson with it again here for the Cardinals. Oh boy, a giveaway there. A quick shot. And Knutson with a couple big saves, and they knock it in, and it's tied up. Kriesel, I believe, pushed this one over the goal line and will get it here for the Wings, and they have evened things up at a goal apiece. Isabel Kriesel finishing it there.
Yeah, one of the notes I have here is I was working up the game. I said, learn about dirty goals. This is a dirty goal. Nice shot here. Take the shot when you got it. Couldn't control the rebound. Look at all the bodies start converging on the net from the wings here, and they just start pushing and popping and pushing and popping, and all of a sudden, bang, it goes in. Just start slashing and hacking with the stick and get it on the puck, and in it goes. That's a dirty goal. And when you're not scoring a lot of goals, that's the good way to overcome the slumps. And you did a nice job that time, Jay. Real nice job just finding a way to get a puck in the net. Maybe we won't have a 1-0 or low-scoring game here. Lots of the nice saving goal. Nice response by the Cardinal here. They've got it back down inside the zone and responded well to that goal scoring.
O'Brien and Lodold getting the assist. Now they announced it as Quinn with the goal, but it seemed pretty obvious that they were congratulating Kriesel there. So
I think you're right. I think Kriesel got that one.
So a 1-1 game, and I think you're right, Dan. We're not going to have a 1-0 game. I'm willing to bet strongly on that.
Oh, you're just a big risk taker, Jay. Oh my gosh.
Backhander goes wide there, but no, you're right. It looks like seeing a little bit maybe a progression for both of these teams in terms of being able to generate a little more offense than what we saw when they played a year ago.
Well, I think the big question is going to become, seeing as Willmar is pretty much a two-line team, how much gas they're going to have here in the third period, especially after being off for a week or two.
Puck bounces free and then thrown back in. Willmar still had a player that was trapped in the zone, though. Dawson had fallen, so they had to tag up here as Quinn carries it up ice. Quinn lowers that shoulder, fires. It was blocked by the D. Pretty good rush there and a good idea to take that shot from the slot, but hit a body on the way in. Here's Ott.
There you go. Nice play.
Schneider with it at the point. They get a little tangle, but now it's a quick shot attempt by Bresnan. That one is blocked long way out there. Schneider throws it back in. Recovered there by Jaden Bredesen. Bredesen drops the pass off, and now they get it around to Nina Dawson. Slow one in on net, knocked to the side there by Botts. Centering pass here, Dawson circling. And then it's picked up now by Serena Monson. Monson going back to the point with it. Bredesen shot hits the side of the net. Serena Monson up with it again. She'll go to the point. Long attempt there, and Botts the stop. Not too bad a wood put on that one by Tana Christensen there, and got it all the way through, and stopped there by Botts.
Well, coach is saying they can shoot the puck, and they're, you know, again, a good shot from the outside. You know, any puck that gets on the net is a good shot. And they need to do that when you're not scoring a lot of goals. I mean, they're averaging 20 shots on net a game. That's not near enough.
Here comes O'Brien leading the rush here for Armstrong-Cooper. O'Brien will shoot, a pad save. Oh, and the rebound just knocked wide as the defender got caught up to Lloyd-Olt there. That initial shot looked like it kind of fooled Knutson. It was a good low shot, and she just got her pad out in time.
Just said it, any shot on goal is a good shot. You never know.
Kriesel throwing that one on net, stick save made. Kriesel trying to get it back. Now this pass, a bouncing puck. Schneider throwing it at the net, but it's knocked down, and Ashley Larson coming out of there with it for Willmar. Schneider wins that battle.
That was a nice defensive play by Schneider. See how she just rubbed her off?
Campion coming back the other way for Armstrong-Cooper. They seem to be getting caught in some slow changes. There are times when they have a rush up ice and you look around and, you know, where is everybody else? They're not been terribly smooth in that regard. Centering pass there, knocked away. Both teams using a third line occasionally here. There we saw Armstrong-Cooper's right there. Here's Ott coming in, and they're offside. So we get a stoppage with 5:08 to go here in the first. A 1-1 score here between Willmar and Armstrong-Cooper. John Jacobson is with us tonight, and he'll be hearing from the coaches between periods this evening as well and get their thoughts on how things are developing so far here.
Yeah, I think when you talk about things like these offsides and the slow line changes, those are the after effects of Christmas vacation and meals, and your just focus isn't quite there yet. And all of a sudden you're going to wake up here in the second period and realize you're in a hockey game, and you better start getting that back here, and you start picking up the pace.
Pass toward the point was tipped, but kept in nicely. Bredeson's got a long reach. Now knocked away in Quinn. Couldn't get it around the forechecker there. Cardinals getting set up, but then the pass taken away. Here comes Bresnahan, a 2-on-2 rush. Bresnahan waiting, dropped it back, but right to Maya Monson, almost like she maybe had called for that puck herself and fooled her. Now Monson will throw it in deep. Flip, they try to get it out front, hit the side of the net twice. And then that puck knocked down here by Ott, and she'll be able to get it out, but only to center. Pass ahead onto the stick now of Garberding, and she fires. Coach was saying that, for now he's got Garberding and Bailey Olson, not playing together. Probably their two most dynamic forwards, but he's got one centering one line and one centering another.
Well, he was talking too about Garberding having a shot, and he wanted her to take it more. Well, I guess he was talking to her in the locker room because she just let one go there, and that was a pretty good shot.
Garberding now circling ahead. Throws that one into the corner and then slides down as they'll go for it on the forecheck. Talked about it earlier. Willmar does a nice job of generating offense from behind the net and using angles, and that was what led to their first goal. O'Brien, or their only goal, obviously, at this point. O'Brien fires, and it's just off the glove of Knutson and then trickled wide. Cardinals coming back, and they'll dump it on in there as thrown in by Madison Kalavig.
It's the third lineup for the Cardinal right now.
Yeah, Coach Setram was saying, kind of strategically using a third line. In an ideal night, he's using them maybe 3-4 shifts a period. Mm-hmm. Which, to be honest, isn't all that different than most teams, particularly in Class A. To me, sometimes people derisively say, it's a two-line team, but you get down to it in the important games, even the bigger schools, a lot of times are basically a two-line team.
Watch the AA Blaine team win a state championship with a two-line team. Thank you very much. That's how effectively you use them.
2:30 to go here in this first period, and tied up at a goal apiece. And the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic here from New Hope Ice Arena. Back across to Schneider. And that one drilled her teammate, Hannah Johnson.
Hannah felt it too. Ouch.
Ott trying to control it here, but it's pulled out of there by the Cardinals. They'll throw it to center. Schneider stopped it there, but then just kind of lost it. And then dumped back in here by Armstrong-Cooper's Lauren Kruger. Kruger coming after it. Bresnahan jumps into the play, and just winning that race was Maya Monson. Now a chance for a 2-on-1. Maya Monson shooting, and she scores! She had a great rush earlier and was denied by Botts. This time not denied, as Maya Monson letting that wrist shot go, and it's 2-1 Cardinals.
All 4-0. She just hung that stick out with that puck like she was going to pass it, and then just all of a sudden snapped it. But she got on her horses here and got going. She's got really good hands here. Just watch how she just hangs us out there. I'm going to pass it. Snapped it. And just beat Botts there. Really nice play on her part. Just got everything she had into it, kind of off balance. Not quite what you call a classical shooting move, but just did a nice move.
I agree, though. It looked like she was going to pass.
Yeah,
and
she really sold it.
I think she fooled the goaltender, too.
Totally. Just enough, so put her off balance, and she couldn't get back on her right side to make the save.
So 5th goal of the season for Maya Monson, and the Cardinals retake the lead here late in the first. Puck knocked free, and another opportunity here, but it goes wide of the mark. Stopped at the point, but not for long, as it's chipped out by the wings and brought back in offside there, Serena Monson.
Well, it came down to the point of Coach Setrum talking about, trying to get in, make a pretty play, and trying to get the best player in close and stuff. She didn't bother trying to get the closest player. She just went and took the shot, and guess what? They got got 2 goals, and then proving true that what he's saying, and hopefully the girls start believing him and they start putting some more shots on goal. I'll be interested to see what the shots are on goal for both teams this period.
Shot goes wide there as we go under a minute to play in the period. Holy Angels defeating Bemidji by a goal in the first quarterfinal on the South rink. And here on this North rink, well, it was an interesting one. The defending tournament champion Princeton, 11-0 win over the team that came down from the Winnipeg area, College Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Oh, and that one off the crossbar, I believe, as Willmar buzzing late here, trying to add to their lead. And banked to head back into the Armstrong-Cooper zone, where Schneider will go back to get it. 20 seconds remaining in the period. Schneider leading the rush out here, but then Garberding knocked it away. Recovered by the wings, but the pass across is off target. Banked back out to center there. Sydney Olsen, who scored the first goal, picking it up, and now they bring it in. Here's another opportunity late. Oh, and a big blast. Garberding let it rip with about 3 seconds to go in the period, and Botts had to fight it off. And so a pretty good first period for the visiting Cardinals from Willmar, Dan. They look pretty solid.
Nice line change here at the end by Willmar. They're getting their top line out there for that last 30-second surge. Almost got one for them. Good period of hockey.
So Willmar getting the first and third goals with a Kriesel goal sandwiched in between for Armstrong-Cooper. The Cardinals 2 and the Wings 1 after one period. We'll be right back here to New Hope Ice Arena in just a moment.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Home of Armstrong-Cooper boys and girls hockey here, New Hope Ice Arena. The Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic. The Wings trailing Willmar 2-1. Let's go down now to John Jacobson ringside.
All right, thanks very much, Jay. Joined by AC Wings head coach Elsa Brusto. And tell me about your team's play in the first 17 minutes back on the ice after a long break here.
Yeah, I think definitely looks like we just came off a break. I think there was a lot of ugly in that period. I mean, obviously we scored a goal, which is great, but and PK goals will happen, but I think the 5-on-5 goal was just a lack of. I mean, it was a lot of breakdowns. It was our forwards not holding the puck in the zone, and then one D getting beat, and another D getting beat both directions. So you don't like to see one girl go through 3 people. But I think our focus for the second period will be to use our speed a little bit more. And we do a lot of steering players, so we'll go and pressure them, but we never tie them up and take that puck away. So cutting down on kind of our watching hockey and more taking the puck away and doing something with it. Hopefully we can get over 10 shots, 15 shots in the second period and kind of control the play a little bit more.
You had won 2 of your last 3 games before the break, and you were telling us before the game, in some ways the break came at the worst time, right? You were starting to gain some momentum, then you're off the ice for 10 days or so.
Yeah, I think our last couple, I would say probably our last 5 games have all been playing hockey that we want to play, and so we're a little off tonight. Our lineup's a little different, I know, but I think that hopefully the girls have a lot more to be desired in the second and the third period, so we can get back to where we were at.
Thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the night and the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Also, Brewstall head coach of Armstrong-Cooper, her team trailing Willmar 2-1 after one period in the quarterfinals of the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic here from New Hope Ice Arena. More from our first intermission on CCX Sports after this. Welcome back to the Armstrong-Cooper Girls Holiday Classic for 2018. I'm John Jacobson, joined by Josh Lavore. He is president of the Armstrong-Cooper Girls Hockey Booster Club and runs this tournament as well. First year running the tournament, Josh. What's the experience been like?
It's been a lot of work. It's been busy, especially the last couple of weeks putting it all together. But with the help with the rest of the parents, the few parents that helped, we got it all going and good to go. So. And we're just glad the teams made it today, too. That weather last night, let me tell you, every time my phone went off with an email last night, my heart stopped. So I'm just glad everybody made it, and we're off and running.
The last couple of years, you've been able to get back up to 8 teams. After a few years, it was 4 teams. How much work is that to get enough teams here? Because there are a lot of holiday tournament options available to teams across the state and across the metro here.
Yeah, definitely. You're dealing with Blaine has a tournament. You got Schwann Super Rink. We lost Fergus Falls this year, but we were able to bring in CPET from Canada, excuse me, along with Waconia as a brand new team this year. So we were able to keep it at 8. We only have 6 JV. As the 2 new teams only have the varsity, but it is a struggle with everybody finding new tournaments, but we are one of the original holiday tournaments, so that's in our favor, I guess.
How much does your committee work on this year-round to pull this thing off, and especially the last 6 weeks or so here?
It's basically 365 days, so we'll start again next week, planning for next year, making sure these teams want to come back. And then you find sponsors, and then getting the trophies, getting all that stuff taken care of. It really is a year-long process, but it all comes once it's all done. It's great.
You mentioned the long history of this tournament. Are the girls aware of that? Or how much this tournament goes back to 1996?
Yeah, it's the 23rd tournament. I don't know if the current girls are aware of that. It started before they were even born. Some of them were around a couple of years ago on our older girls when we had the big celebration, and we had John Olfke out here dropping the puck. So I don't know if they're really aware of that, but there's a long tradition in that.
Outside of just this tournament, what work do you do with the Booster Club, or what work does the Booster Club do to support the girls hockey program at all levels?
Yeah, so we try to work from the youth up, and we support the youth a little bit, not as much as we like, but with our high school team, as you see last year, we got brand new jerseys, brand new helmets last year. That's all at the effort of our sponsors and some fundraising. And then this year we took a bus trip too. They went up to the Brainerd area and played 2 games up there. That's all paid for by the Booster Club with sponsorships and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff we put in. The school gives us a little bit, but the Booster Club is what keeps everything going.
And great support from a lot of local businesses to help you guys along, right?
Yeah, definitely. Dunkin' Donuts has helped out this weekend. Frankie's Pizza has been a long standard partner with us. Robbins Wellness Center, they've been a great partner the last few years. And then Coldwell Banker, Jim Stangler, Realtor, they've been very generous also. So all the support is very welcomed, and it's a great help along the way.
Josh, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the tournament.
Thank you, and appreciate being here.
Josh Lavore, president of the Armstrong-Cooper Girls Hockey Booster Club and tournament director for this 3-day tournament here at New Hope Ice Arena. We're after one period of this quarterfinal round game. It's the Willmar Cardinals 2, the AC Wings 1. We're back with more of our first intermission with Jay and Dan, and first period highlights after this.
think getting dumped by text is harsh. Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes. And way over here, busy moms. No?
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Get some drinks!
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back here to New Hope Ice Arena, and Happy New Year from all of us at CCX Sports, as Willmar leading Armstrong-Cooper 2-1 after one period here tonight. And obviously plenty of hockey to go. Coach Brustel telling John between periods that some things to work on. She wasn't loving everything she saw in that first period. Let's take a look at the highlights from this opening period. And Willmar getting a chance early there. That one deflected on net. They did a nice job, and they bank it around, and then watch Sydney Olsen's all alone in front, and she goes stick side low with it and scores on a power play about 3.5 minutes in. And then the Wings getting the answer here. They got a first and opportunity, and there's Maya Monson with a first great rush, this time denied by Bots. Later on, we'll see her again, though, as here's a good opportunity that stopped, and then the rebound backhanded in there out front by Kriesel. There's a good low shot from the point that Bots makes the stop on. And here's one that really tested it. It was a good job of recovering by the D there as Knutson made that first save. And Leo O'Brien carrying it in. That one trickling just off the tip of the glove there of Knutson. And then here's Maya Monson, not to be denied this time around the rush. A 2-on-1, looks like she might pass it. Nope, gonna flick that shot over the goalie's glove instead. That was a beautiful shot right there. And so the Cardinals will carry a 2-1 lead into the second period of play. And it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Armstrong-Cooper makes. They felt like they could have played better than what they played in that first.
A little more jump in their skates. They need to really move people out. Don't let Willmar get in so tight. Push them off the puck a little bit more. And put some more shots on net. Get in there tight like they did on their first goal.
So here we go with period number 2. Penalty boxes are empty here. We've just had that one minor penalty in the game taken by Armstrong-Cooper, but it did lead to the first goal of the night for Willmar. Thrown toward the net, but that one hit a Wings player. Schneider then shoots it again, and that one knocked aside and banked back out to center. Schneider up with it, tip free from her, and this will create a 2-on-1 chance out front. Oh, and it's just off the heel of the stick of Nina Dawson there as she caught that one coming on her backhand. Wings able to get it out to center, sent right back to their line, and then Kriesel bringing it in here for AC, shooting one there. Knutson the save. Puck flicked ahead, but they can't get it out. Shot attempt, however, is blocked, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. The player out front there, Ashley Larson, though, was heading off on a change. Now Ott carrying it for Armstrong-Cooper. A little more frantic pace early in the second period, it looks like. The Wings caught in a 3-on-1, but the timing wasn't great there, so they have to hold up. Maya Monson's pass, then Sydney Olsen shot off a skate. Try to put it out front, puck loose and cleared. Goes off a Willmar stick and down as Brenna Hansen back to play it here for the Cardinals. Pass just out of the reach of Serena Monson. And it's going to be an icing call there as Garberding tried to get to that, but didn't quite make it in time. So we head back into Willmar's end. 15:08 to go here in period number 2, and a 2-1 lead for the Willmar Cardinals.
Well, I think one of the things that's getting noticed, Jay, at least since Maya Monson's goal, the Cardinals are really outskating the Wings right now. They've just got an extra step or two, and they're beating them to the puck, and the Wings are not responding very well at all to that last goal.
Yeah, fair to say Willmar, at least their top end players, more speed, I think, than the Wings. It's certainly looking that way tonight anyway.
And I think looking at the Wings, they're a little bit bigger and stronger. They need to start pushing the smaller Cardinals off the puck a little bit more and really asserting themselves strength-wise.
Christensen's pass knocked away. Now Garberding comes to get it here for the Cardinals, but that one broken up. And puck just came out, so send it back in and then right back out to center. Nina Dawson was in alone there for the Cardinals, and now back the other way comes Kriesel leading the rush for Armstrong-Cooper. Izzy Kriesel firing, and a pad save. Knutson kicking that one out. Now the pass ahead, Maya Monson hustling after it. It's forced to spin back. O'Brien then takes it away from her. Schneider looking rink wide with that one, but it's off a skate and they'll have to regroup. Botts deflecting it away to the corner. Dig for it along the wall there and played ahead here by the Cardinals, Bailey Olsen. Too much traffic though as she tried to turn into the circle. And back out to center it comes. O'Brien intercepting, putting it out front, and then Knutson jabs it away as it hit Lloyd's stick, but she didn't really have a chance to get a shot there. Wings keep it in, and puck bounces high in the air. And now here comes Maya Monson back out the other way. Taken away though by Kriesel. 2-on-2, Kriesel shot deflected up and out of play.
Good shift by Kriesel there. She had some jumping energy and she really turned it around and wasn't giving up. In fact, she came back, checked, and took the puck away twice on that shift and brought it back in. That's the kind of energy all the Wings need to start picking up here now. They're getting outskated. They need to pick it up.
Cardinals able to control the draw. And now Bresnahan comes out of the pack with it. Trying to go to the point, but it gets away briefly. Oh, and then off the defenseman's skate and nearly in. Brianna Hansen just kind of in the wrong spot at the wrong time there. Nearly deflected that one past her goaltender. Jabbed away as the Wings were trying to come out. Claire Sondral back to pick it up. Around for Quinn. Quinn putting it onto the stick of Bresnahan. Bresnahan out to the left, now shooting, and that one flutters over the net off the defenseman's stick. Ashley Larson able to get it out here for Willmar. Ahead now to Ava Swart. Wings get back and converge and keep it away. Quinn trying to bank it ahead and is able to do so. Now across ice it comes to Campion. Campion circling around behind the net here. Dropped the pass back, and now O'Brien jumping in to get it. Nice play to take it from her though by Bailey Olson. Bailey Olson steaming up the right wing for Willmar. Plays it to herself. Bailey to the net, and her shot blocked. Made a really nice move around Schneider though, really just using the boards to pass it to herself. Now here they buzz again. Pass out front. Oh, and just deflected wide. And that one is in. Monson will get it out front. Serena Monson, I believe, will get credit for this one, and looks like she will. Boy, they got Botts kind of out of position there. She was coming side to side, back and forth, and left some open net.
She didn't have a choice. That puck was coming around behind the net. She had to make sure to try to backdoor, try to stuff it in, and the defense unfortunately went with her and forgot Monson was standing in front. And you were talking earlier how good they are from behind the net. They really know how to play it, and caught the Wings defense by surprise, and nobody covered Monson right in front of them. And she was right on the front door. So the Cardinal just using that standard backdoor play, just did a nice job there and snagged another one, go up by 2 goals.
Icing call here against Willmar. So we'll come back in the Cardinal zone, get another look at the little flick there, and then it comes around. Bailey Olson putting it out front, and Monson popping it in.
And nobody's moving their feet for the defense for the Wings. They're all kind of gliding around. And the Cardinals did not give up that standing right in the front door of the net there. Just stayed right in the crease there.
Right up the gut, another opportunity there, and just wide off the stick of Ashley Larson. Garberding coming to the front, and tried to go high short side with the backhand, but just missed the net.
I like that shot.
Here's another quick opportunity, and that one deflecting away. Boy, Botts is under siege right now. And Cardinals able to keep it in again.
I would be willing to bet you this is the most shots the Cardinals have had in a game at this point all season.
Deflected down into the Willmar zone here. Intercepted at the line, and Knutson with a stick save. She's had a few rebounds. She's looked a little bit shaky on a few of the rebounds. Here comes Bailey Olson. Floats the pass over, quick shot. Oh, there's a big save by Botts. Maybe her best of the night so far. O'Brien bringing it back in. Boy, the end-to-end speed game seems to be going Willmar's way here. The pace has picked up, and
the Wings are asleep. The Wings are totally asleep right now. They're getting beat in every which way you can in this game.
Pass flipped ahead, and now O'Brien gets control. O'Brien firing, and a glove save there by Knutson, with Campion bearing down on her on the other side.
Look at this play here. This is just beautiful. Just the backhand, and Maya comes in. I'm just going to call her Maya. She just came flying in out of nowhere and just got a shot off. They're just flying right now. They've got confidence. They're playing with the verve. They're putting pucks on the net. They're going after it, and they feel it right now.
And Garberding lost it there. Schneider intercepting for the Wings. Cardinals get it back though. Larson coming up the middle. Jab to the corner by Quinn. Put it out front. Here's a pad save. The rebound laying loose, and apparently it stays out. It's a nice job contorting her body to get to that one by Lindsay Botts. Let's hope she's all right.
Well, she's sure battling, by gosh. I'll tell you what, she's hanging in there.
Boy, I thought this couldn't have been far from going in. There's the biggest save right there. She got the stick out.
And again, the Wings D is just gliding. They're kind of floating. They don't have any leg movement. And not a single Cardinal is getting knocked on their rear when they're getting in front of the net. Nobody's on them. They're just standing there, just raising tents in front of the Wings net.
Getting the pass ahead here to Lindgren. Lindgren trying to throw it out front, but that one is blocked away, and Sydney Olsen spins back with it. Cleared to center and then thrown right back in here by Armstrong-Cooper. Christensen back to get it here for Willmar. She will start the rush back, but then lost it in a big collision near the blue line. Now it's Maya Monson. Flicks the pass ahead to Serena Monson, but knocked away, and O'Brien bringing it in, and then that one will roll in on net. It hit somebody on the way in, and covered up there by Savannah Knutson as Willmar leading it by a score of 3-1. They have had the only goal of the second period, and turns out they had a lot more in the tank too. We heard Coach Brewster say she thought her team could play a lot better than they did in the first. Willmar has really come out strong here in the second.
Huge. And frankly, I think you pointed out too, Jay, that Knutson does not look like she's on her game tonight at all. She's kind of shaky.
Maya Monson circling behind for Willmar. Tried to drop it back. It got by Bredesen though, and a rolling puck coming right at Knutson here. Sydney Olsen playing it around to Serena Monson. Dropping it off here to Bailey Olsen. Olsen coming up the right side. Olsen to the front. That shot hit a defender. Nice move, but too much traffic to get it through. And now the Wings come out of there with it. They try to get it ahead to O'Brien. O'Brien just does get it over to Quinn. Her shot on a stick save there. And then it goes off the official's skate. Oh, a giveaway in the high slot, but a good recovery to block it away by Sydney Olsen, or make that Monson. Hannah Johnson trying to throw it out front. That one directed away. Here's Schneider. Her shot attempt blocked. And now the Cardinals come out of there with it. Dawson carrying it, dropped it back. Nice shot block there by Hannah Johnson, and here come the Wings. Ott is all alone on this side. Had a player streaking up the left side there, Libby Plath. Wings keeping it in, but not for long as it's knocked away. Schneider will have to come back and get it. Under 6 minutes to play here in the second period. 3-1 Willmar, our score in the 23rd Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic. Bresnahan firing, it's blocked. A rebound try, then goes wide. And those can be tough for a goaltender. You're ready for that first shot. It doesn't quite get there, and then they reload and go again. Mackenzie Johnson knocking it into the Willmar zone. Now Bresnahan comes away with it for AC. Got to go back to the point with it. And across, Quinn will give it right back to Mackenzie Johnson. A bouncing puck in front. And a goal! Lloyd able to snap that puck up in a hurry and pop it over the shoulder of Knutson. And Armstrong-Cooper now back to within a goal as Paige Lloyd, good hands to flick that puck up high.
Well, there was some battling there, and they finally got some puck luck and got it going in the right direction to them, and one dropped under their legs. You see it just drop and drop and drop, and Lloyd finally got in front there and got a stick on it and put it away. There was some battling going on there.
Lifting it up into the roof of the net there. She just caught it at the right moment on her blade there and flicks it home. So a 3-2 hockey game now.
Well, we'll see if that brings a little energy into the Wings end.
And we're going to have a penalty there, as going down was Ashley Larson, and so Willmar will go on a power play. Just the second penalty of the night.
Isabel Creasel's going to go in the net for a trip. That'll hurt. She's had some energy. She's been playing pretty tough the whole game. She's really brought the whole package tonight for the Wings.
There you get a look. Pretty easy call to make. They've been letting them play tonight here, and I think, you know, with good effect. I think the game's been well called.
I do too. Absolutely. Pretty big penalty kill here for the Wings.
Mackenzie Johnson will get the assist on Lloyd Old's goal. Drop down to the circle here. Serena Monson gets the pass back here. Maya Monson now. Oops, fanned on that one. But the Wings unable to get it out initially, and now they do it a second try. Serena Monson picks it up, but she is met there by Bresnahan. Bresnahan's had some pretty good shifts of late here for the Wings.
Yep.
Brought in here now by Larson. Maya Monson going to bring it to the point here. Sydney Olsen tees it up, stick save. Rebound was loose for a moment and then cleared. Worked ahead now to Maya Monson. Onto the tape here of Garberding, and that shot whistles high and wide. Kept in for the moment. Schneider trying to get it out. Missed an opportunity to get the clear there. Down low, Bailey Olsen. Olsen getting a return pass. 20 to go in the power play here for Willmar. Right now just kind of throwing the puck around, not really getting anything toward the net. Now they try to put it out front. Chopped in the air. Nice job by Quinn to glove it and bang it out down the rink. And so the penalty is now over. Armstrong-Cooper has killed off the minor to Creasel.
That was an important and a good penalty kill by the Wings. They needed that one. They just got some momentum back with a goal, and they held the Cardinal out. Now we'll see that momentum shifts a little bit, and they play down in the Cardinal end for a little bit.
Just missed there for Garberding, and it's going to be an icing call here against the Cardinals. So we'll head back to the other end as Coach Setram not changing his expression too much throughout the game. Doing well for quite a while there. And then AC has kind of shown signs of life later in the period here.
Well, you just stay steady on it. Both his lines are playing well right now. And, you know, some goals are going to get scored here, you know, and it just happened. So just keep your kids calm. Let them keep playing the game they're playing. They're playing well.
Back out to the point. Long shot there. Knutson a stick save. O'Brien leaving it at the point. Now played down deep. Lloyd Olt, who scored that second goal for AC. O'Brien jumps in to help her. Battle for it down there. Cardinals trying to get it out. Wings have been a little bit more aggressive too in terms of things like we just saw there, and you know, pinching and holding it in at the point.
Well, they want to play this game on the boards. They don't want to play it in the middle of the ice. That's where Willmar's going to be better. So they need to squeeze it off to the side. I think Coach said that she needs to, you know, she wanted him to angle off and him off to the sideboards.
Ott playing it ahead to herself. Down she goes. Penalty coming. Brianna Hansen.
Good call.
Either interference or holding there. It's going to be an interference. So Hansen will go, and the first power play opportunity of the night for Armstrong-Cooper.
Well, Armstrong's been only looking at about 14%. Armstrong-Cooper's only been working at 14% this year. Boy, if they could get one here, that would really help. Get it tied up. Get some momentum back now. They did a good job in a penalty kill. Really got to make sure they get some shots on goal. Don't worry about being too pretty. You get an opening, take the shot.
Quinn playing it across. It hopped away, but they keep possession. Kriesel in the circle, looking to shoot, but that's right into some shin pads. Garberding takes it the other way, and she'll throw it down the ice. Bott stopping it, and Garberding was going to be first there, so she covers it up.
That was a smart play by Garberding, because she got that face-off down in the defensive zone where the Wings, they're going to have to bring it all the way back after they win the face-off, if they do.
Wings had it briefly. O'Brien forced back, though, and she'll come up with it. Approaching a minute to go here in the second period, and a 3-2 lead for Willmar, but Armstrong-Cooper with a power play. Leah O'Brien cutting to the net, firing, and Knutson able to shut it down on the short side there. 45 to go. Here's a shot. Ooh, and Knutson a stick save. Lloydholt was there looking for a rebound. Quinn firing and a stop, and then a takedown in front of the net. It was who took down who, though. I don't know if we're going to, I don't see an arm going up, as O'Brien in front was tied up there with Christensen. And things getting a little heated between them. It does not appear as though there's going to be an additional penalty call. See the shot taken, and you see it was really
Cited size advantage by O'Brien there. Christensen isn't that big, and I think Christensen got the worst of that one.
Schneider up with it. Half minute to go in the second period. Armstrong-Cooper looking to try and tie it up. So they're on a power play late in the period. Johnson had to get away, but now Schneider. They're kind of bunched up on this one side of the ice right now. Could stand to get it work to the other side or get them stretched out a little better. Bresnan shot deflected wide. Odd up with it. Under 10 to play in the period. Schneider missed badly with that one. Might have been looking for the tip, I think. And the buzzer will sound as the period comes to an end. So an entertaining second period. Willmar dominated early, but it ends up each team gets a goal in the period. Our score through two is Willmar 3 and Armstrong-Cooper 2. We'll be back here to New Hope Arena in just a moment.
I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
I've been delivering Meals on Wheels to Leon for 13 years.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Leon has definitely inspired me to put more into my relationships. He really cared for his wife, who was ailing for quite a while, in such a touching way that inspired me to be a better person.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at AmericaLet'sDoLunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
Meals on Wheels gives me a chance to be totally selfless.
More than the food itself, a lot of seniors don't have family. So just to have someone to talk to, just to say, hey, how was your day? That means so much more than a meal could ever mean. We have to look outside of ourselves to be that lifeline to other people. It's worth it.
Welcome back here to New Hope Arena. The Armstrong-Cooper Wings trailing Willmar 3-2 after 2. Let's go down ringside now to John.
All right, thanks, Jay, with their eccentric head coach of the Willmar Cardinals. And coach your team up 3-1, kind of dominating play the first part of that period. What happened there the second half of the second?
Well, I think we just ran out of gas a little bit. Got a little tired. They got to chase a little bit instead of stopping and starting. And, we'll need that break here a little bit, kill the rest of this penalty off, and hopefully we can get back after it.
Overall, tell me about your season. 3 wins in the season. A lot of young players, a lot of young skaters in your program, right?
We do. We're very young. We got 2 freshmen and 5 sophomores and a couple juniors and 3 or 4 seniors. So yeah, we're pretty young, but we got some good experience in our sophomore group. Our freshmen are really coming along. Unfortunately, we lost one this week to a concussion. Hopefully, she can recover from that and get back to us. But we're a little short bench. We try to work really hard to get our third line out there a few times, but it just kind of depends on the situation, So
your team has been in this tournament for a few years. How much do the girls enjoy coming here, playing hockey for 3 days, and just getting away from Willmar, from home, and kind of bonding together?
It works really well for that. It's nice to come. We come early in the day today. We ate at the hotel and have a little team get together, and then it's nice to come here. We play teams typically we don't see throughout the year, so that's kind of nice. It's good competition. It's a little different style of play than we're used to. The CLC is pretty physical. We got some good teams in there, and so it's a good matchup for us here.
Good luck the rest of tonight and all season.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you. Willmar leading Armstrong-Cooper 3-2 after 2 periods. We're in the quarterfinal round of the Armstrong-Cooper Girls Hockey Classic here at New Hope Ice Arena. Well, this arena has been around since 1975, home for 4 decades to high school hockey teams, youth hockey teams, skaters, and more. Earlier this fall, Ann Gallagher from The Connection on CCX took a look at New Hope Ice Arena.
The ice arena is fantastic here.
It's a beautiful arena.
I grew up here playing hockey my whole entire life.
All the people are really nice.
The wood roof and everything like that is probably my favorite part of this arena.
It's really nice. It feels like home.
It's very well built. It's been very well maintained.
I would suggest coming here if you want to learn.
It's just awesome.
The New Hope Ice Arena has been a destination for hockey players and figure skaters since 1975.
It's a great facility. I think it's one of the best facilities in the metro area. It's 2 rinks. The rink staff is really welcoming. They do a great job at keeping it up and set up, and they do a great job working with the Youth Association as well to help us, get to our end goal, which is help developing hockey players.
We are fortunate and proud to be the home of the Armstrong-Cooper Youth Hockey Association. We're also home to the Armstrong-Cooper Boys and Girls High School programs. And we also have a number of other programs that we run through here. The Midwest Elite program, which brings all the top high school athletes, hockey players from around the Midwest.
But it's not just a great place to play hockey, it's a great place to watch it too.
Most of the time the hockey is free to get in, so just about any day of the week you can come in here and you see youth teams playing. Come on in, stop in. We got 2 rinks, we got a north rink and a south rink, so come on in and take a look and see what all the kids in the area are doing. New Hope also offers a lot of skating opportunities. The youth offers some free hockey programs that you can participate in. And also we do have open skating here at the New Hope Ice Arena, usually on Friday evenings and Sunday afternoons from 4 to 6. And we also have rental skates available. A lot of people don't want to try new things when they have to buy all the equipment. So here's the opportunity to just come on out, give skating a try and at a small cost, rent skates and give it a whirl. See if you like it or not.
It all starts with learning to skate, and their program is top-notch.
They do a fantastic job with skating lessons here. Actually, both of my boys and my daughter all went through the skating program with the City of New Hope.
It's recreational. It's a learn to skate program, and my staff has all taken skating here, has grown up in skating here. We all do it because we love it. The classes are small, and it's a lot of fun.
The New Hope Ice Arena is more than just hockey and skating. You can also rent space there.
We do have a community room that is available for rent, and we also have a couple meeting rooms that we do rent out to people for business meetings and gatherings, things like that, birthday parties, anniversary parties. We do a lot of Christmas parties.
Kenneth Wojak's family Christmas party got too big for one house. They needed a larger venue.
This one just clicked. It had the nice space. The staff here is really accommodating. They're very helpful. Of course, after 23 years, they're almost like my brothers, you know.
Another perk about holding a party here.
We'd get at least a dozen or 2 dozen people skating, you know, after Santa was here and gave out the gifts, and they'd go skating.
It's become such a family favorite, they keep coming back for more.
Yeah, even as we're leaving, you know, we'll make the reservation for next year, and people are just excited to come year after year.
For any more information, go to newhopemn.gov and under Play, click on Ice Arena.
Thanks so much, Ann Gallagher, for that look at New Hope Ice Arena and all the programs offered here. We are through 2 periods of our girls hockey game tonight in the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic. It's Willmar 3, Armstrong-Cooper 2. Back with more of the second intermission and the 3rd period of play on CCX after this.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah. Yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Good battle here in the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic quarterfinals. Willmar leading Armstrong-Cooper 3-2 after a pretty eventful second period. We'll take a look at some highlights from that one. Even though there were fewer goals than the first, it felt like a better period to me overall, as you get a look at Kriesel taking a quick, low, hard shot there, kicked out by Savannah Knutson. Then another one that deflects off a defenseman's skate and nearly went by. You could kind of sense the goaltender's heart skipping a beat there. Nice move here. Bailey Olsen going to the front, but the D just gets back, able to break it up. Then this one is what leads to the goal. Olsen puts it out front, and quick snapshot there by Serena Monson gave Willmar a 3-1 lead. They were really dominating the hockey game for a stretch. Get another opportunity here, and a dynamite save right there. I said at the time probably the best of the night. And then another pretty big stop made by Lindsay Batzier. And then the Wings, late in the period, Lloyd Holt, number 14, finally gets control and just quickly lifts it up and over the goalie and over Knutson. You see the shots on goal. We kind of question whether that was, but that's what they gave us here at the score bench here. Willmar, Little Legends scoring chances. 2 penalties taken by the Wings and 1 taken by Willmar. So Dan, as we head to period number 3 here, we've kind of gone back and forth on the way this game was going. There was a time when it looked like Willmar might pull away and kind of run them out of the rink a little bit, but much better last 6-7 minutes for the Wings, and they really got right back in it.
Yeah, once they got a little puck luck and got that puck in the net, that changed things. The last 6 minutes of that period kind of turned their way, and they got back into this game. But they were 1 goal away. If Willmar would have put another one in, that might have been the end of it. So, but we'll see how they do. They've got to come out firing now. For 17 minutes, they've got to keep pace with Willmar. Willmar was out skating them badly. Now, the good news is Willmar does not play good third periods because they run out of gas. They didn't look like they were running out of gas that period, though, but we'll see what happens.
Prior Lake leading Waconia 3-1 on the South Rink. That one in the second period. So, got obviously 2 rinks going here for this tournament, so you can play a couple of the games back-to-back in the evening for the varsity, and a nice setup. And as we heard earlier, we got JV tournament as well, but 6 teams rather than 8 because a couple of the schools that brought teams here don't have junior varsity, so just a little different format look for them. We're underway in the third. There's still about 10 seconds remaining in the penalty to Willmar's Hansen, so the Wings on a power play, but for all intents and purposes, not much of one to begin this third period. And we are going to get another penalty coming up, an interference call right there. As a little extra put into the push coming out, and they're going to get Maya Monson for interference.
Ooh, that's a big call. That's a big loss. She's just a motor out there, Jay.
29 seconds into the period.
Coach Zetterman isn't real happy with that call. You can tell by the look on his face. This is a big opportunity now for the Wings. They got to capitalize this one. They need some energy right now.
O'Brien winning the draw, or controlling it off the draw anyway. Now Quinn shooting, and that one deflects away. And a stick save there by Knutson as Haley Matson put one on net. Quinn playing it down low, but it's chopped on out of there. They got a little too predictable in trying to make that interchange, and Willmar read it.
Need a little oomph on it. Don't leave it just laying there. Put a little oomph on it.
Well, I noticed that at the beginning of the second period, too. There's a little bit of extra water, and I think that pass was a victim of that a little bit, too. It wasn't sliding real clean. There's a save by Knutson, and then batted down the rink. Wings, though, doing a pretty good job of getting shots through. And
but I like the way the Cardinal defense is standing in front. They're not letting them rebounds get attacked. They're clearing it out quickly.
Bailey Olson winning the battle at center, and then she's knocked down by O'Brien. Here's a chance. Garberding walking in alone. Oh, and Botts with the save. Boy, a little of everything there. A big collision at center ice, and then a breakaway chance shorthanded for Garberding. Kriesel putting it out front. Ooh, and the stick just lifted, and then Wings player flying into the net was Ott. And the faceoff's going to come outside the zone. I thought at first Ott was hot, but it almost looks like she's laughing there. It's another look as you saw Kriesel go down, and then right here, O'Brien really, I think, got away with one there as she threw the body and maybe the elbow into Olson. That might stem back to the first period. Remember O'Brien, they were mixing it up in front, and O'Brien turned and had some words for one of the Cardinals at that point. So face-off outside the zone as they rule that the momentum was really the offensive players that caused that stoppage flying into the net. Wings with the power play here as Mackenzie Johnson carries it up the left side and puts it onto the back of the net there, and they'll quickly blow it dead here and get a face-off coming up with 23 to go in the power play here for Armstrong-Cooper.
It was a good idea. She's trying to sneak it backside through the crease of the back door. A player's waiting to shoot it.
Mackenzie Johnson shooting that one into traffic. Now Schneider. Schneider puts it out front. Oh, and the puck knocked away just before Campion could shoot it. Bresnahan whistles one up and over the net. Penalty time is now over. Schneider to Lloydel. Now trying to put it back out front, and instead coming up with it is Maya Monson just out of the box. Monson trying to get to the front, and puck still loose. Finally jabbed out of there. Now it's sent netward, but Brianna Hansen's try didn't quite make it there. Campion stopped here nicely by Sydney Olson, and she turns it back the other way. O'Brien just off the bench intercepted that, and knocked away again, and Matson chasing after it here with Olson. Matson almost freed that puck up clean. Now O'Brien coming in. They keep on battling for it along the wall here as, and O'Brien comes in and kicked the skate out of Olson. O'Brien's been fortunate to get away with a couple of them here in this third period. And now a penalty will be coming as a stick came up and caught the goalie, Knutson, in the noggin.
And O'Brien's going to go. High stick.
High sticking call here. So O'Brien gets the gate here at 3:36 of the third, and I really thought she probably should have been called for a trip down in the circle of about 30 seconds before that one. You see O'Brien right here as she turns away, and clocked her on the head. I thought at first it was accidental, but I don't think so anymore.
Nope. She's walking around a little bit of attitude that whole shift.
Cardinals trying to work a little give and go, and it's knocked away. Here's a try by Olson. Puck loose, and just trickles wide. As Botts was reaching for it with her stick and didn't get it.
She was a little off balance too. It was not good.
Olson's try into some skates in front and then hammered out. Sydney Olson back to gather it here for Willmar. Kind of a crucial penalty kill here for the Wings. They can't afford to fall behind by 2 again, I don't think, here. Bailey Olson turning on the Jets, but lost it. Matson up with it, and then cleared back into the Willmar zone. Maya Monson playing it ahead. Garberding shooting. That one blocked, and Schneider, that one hurt. Schneider can't put any weight on that left foot for a moment there. Might have caught her in a spot with little or no padding, it looked like. Shot attempt there, blocked. That was kind of developing like how their first goal was scored, with Olson coming down into the circle. And now the Wings come away with it. Schneider is going to rip it down ice and then head off on a change as Knutson stops it. About a half a minute to go in the power play here for Willmar. They lead it 3-2. Maya Monson receiving this pass. And now dropping it back off to Garberding. Garberding making a move to the front, and then it's chopped away. Quinn couldn't get it out. Maya Monson controlling. Monson scores from a very shallow angle, snuck it in. I think banked it off of Botts, it appeared. And Willmar will go back in front by 2.
I think she stuck it under the armpit, hit the inside of the chest pad under the arm, got it in. Nice little play there. That was all her. She'd gone inside down in the corner and just got it inside and caught her. Oh, yeah. Botts was on the middle of the way down. She wasn't quite ready for it. You see her hugging the armpit. She got down, and as she moved, it made an opening there, and she got it in there. Big goal. That was a big goal.
Second of the night for Maya Monson, 6th of the year. So a 4-2 lead. Oh, a big save there by Knutson. Puck still loose. And they're able to cover it up as Armstrong-Cooper almost had an answer in front as Knutson made the initial save, and then the puck was lying loose for a moment.
The Wings' third line comes out here and gets an opportunity. Initial shot there deflects and gets in front. Knutson can't get a handle on it, and the third line storms the net.
Off the draw, back to Schneider. That one is blocked. Cardinals able to get it on out. Nina Dawson playing it in to the wing zone. So 4-2 lead now for Willmar as Monson coming up with a goal, banking it in off Botts, sneaking it in the short side. Now here comes O'Brien leading the rush for Armstrong-Cooper. Kriesel hustling to join her, and that one goes all the way through, and then a big collision out front. Lloydel came away with it. It squirted away from her, but she gets it back. Now we'll come to the point. Schneider. And that one deflects. Quinn shooting, blocked by Garberding. Quinn turns and fires again. Boy, you can really feel the intensity. I mean, this is like, now you can see third period, close game. They know it's no time to take a shift off or anything anymore.
Well, I think these teams have started to develop a large dislike for each other. I don't think Willmar likes the way Armstrong's playing, and Armstrong's gotten a lot more physical here.
Had saved there by Savannah Knudsen. Banked ahead. And Quinn back to pick it up now for the Wings. Quinn, a good skater, carries it hard up the right side and then chopped away from her. Bailey Olson whipping it across, just missed Serena Monson. Long pass ahead for Campion. She's able to tip it in deep into the zone and then hustles after it. Sydney Olson did a nice job walling her off,
Very
though.
Nice. Now, this is the point now where all the Wings got to get involved here. You can't let Willmar come out of their end easy. Now, everybody, the defense has got to pinch. They got to get involved in the offense. I like that play.
Lloydel stepping in. Willmar bench grumbling a little bit, thinking it might have been a body check. And Lloydel coming up to take it away, but then it squirted out of her reach and chopped out by Willmar. Icing waved off as the puck went right past Sondral, and the official was right there and said no, she could have gotten to that. Here's Kriesel. Kriesel had it jabbed away. Nice play, Sydney Olson, and back we come the other way. And nice poke check and turn by Mackenzie Johnson. Ott has this one knocked away. Matson plays it to the corner here for Armstrong-Cooper. Matson circling, waiting for help, coming off the bench. Now a long shot attempt there, knocked down and knocked back out. Matson will swing it across now for Mackenzie Johnson. Banking it toward the Cardinals' blue line, but then it's as far as it got and dumped back in. 7:35 to go here in the third. Willmar 4, Armstrong-Cooper 2.
Oh, nice play by Garberding. That was wonderful. What a great little check and taking the puck back.
And then her shot attempt is blocked by Mackenzie Johnson.
Boy, Garberding just made a nice little move there and just made a nice back check, skidded off with her hip, grabbed the puck and took it right back in. That was pretty. You know, it's two ways, you know, she's a good two-way player. She can do it offensive, but she made a nice play coming back too. I like the way Willmar's skating, Jay. They've skated the ice really well, both ends.
Pass out front. Bailey Olson was tied up, but it's going to be a penalty coming up against the Wings. As they try to get the pass out front, and they rule that Olson was tied up not in a legal fashion, as Quinn will be called for a hook. She's not in agreement, but she'll be called for the hooking penalty. See, right alongside the net here is Olson is hooked at.
Oh, yeah. You got to pull it back. You can make one pull and let it go. You make another pull and let it go, but she didn't let go. She kept pulling on it.
And you know, the case could certainly be made that a scoring chance was imminent there too. Ooh,
sure.
A nice stop there. Now Sydney Olson fires. That one stopped. Another rebound, and that one caroms wide. Garberding up with it. Tried to work her way through traffic, and it's cleared out. Sydney Olson back to gather here for Willmar. And that pass is too long, and they'll ice the puck on the power play. Not what they had in mind. And it'll come back into the Willmar zone. 6:41 to go in the third period. And Coach Settrum's team leading 4-2. And boy, if they added another one here, probably be lights out. Well,
As a well-known announcer would say, that is your proverbial dagger, I think, at this point. But they got off to a good start in this game. You know, they got a couple goals, and you could just see the confidence building in them, and they played with energy this whole game. All of their lines, all of their D, they've really just stepped up. I've been impressed with the way they've just played with confidence. The other thing they played with, discipline. They played their positions well. Everybody did their job. They didn't get flustered. They've all done their jobs really well. And this is a nice little hockey team. They may not be winning right now, but I got a feeling before this year's up, they're going to win a few more games.
Winner of this one will get Princeton, who won this tournament a year ago and opened with an 11-0 win tonight over the team that has come down from Canada. Back out to the point, Sydney Olson. They overplay the pass there, so she dumped it across. Willmar needs to stay aggressive here. I mean, yes, you're using up some time, which is a good thing, but Olson just barely keeping that puck in along the line. Christensen shooting. They were looking for the tip, but the player was really down a little too low there, Nina Dawson, to be able to get that one on net. Now Serena Monson's pass did not connect with Christensen. She'll have to regroup at center. And the penalty time is now over, so the Wings did a pretty effective job killing it off. The bad news, though, is a couple more minutes has ticked off the clock, and they're the team trailing by 2. Maya Monson cutting to the front and tried to go high glove side, but missed the net. Garberding up with it here for Willmar, and her shot deflects wide. And then a stick lost by the goaltender, Botts. Oh, and she stopped it with her blocker. And now a pad save.
Somebody needs to get her stick.
Yeah, they finally handed over a defenseman's stick to her. And it's in the net. She finally retrieved it. That was an interesting stop with her blocker. Willmar trying to break it out. Garberding had it bounce off her skate. And now they get it out to center. Kate Quinn up with it. Quinn cutting in there, but taken off the puck by Bailey Olson.
There's another one that's had a really good game, Bailey Olson. She has just been steady and tremendous. Now she's showing some moves.
Good skater. Puts it out front. That one was fanned on. As Nina Dawson had a chance. Now Caitlin Quinn leading the rush the other way for Armstrong-Cooper. Crisscrosses with Bresnahan. Quinn firing. And Knutson the stop. O'Brien up with it. O'Brien keeps control, shoots, and Knutson the stop there for the Cardinals here. 3:38 to go, and Willmar holding a 2-goal lead. Game's just kind of gotten more and more exciting as it's gone on, it feels like, Dan. The first period was, it was okay, but second and third have been pretty intense.
Pace picked up, got more physical. And you could see frustration build up on one team and confidence build up on the other team.
Friesel up with it here for the Wings. O'Brien coming in. She is dwarfs Nina Dawson, who she's battling with there. But ultimately it winds up with Willmar.
Nina showed leverage. I liked it.
Friesel. And keep it alive here for Armstrong-Cooper. We're ticking toward 3 minutes ago. Lloydholt trying to bring it out front. Puck still loose in the slot. And now Ott coming away with it and then banked out. Wings really trying to use their strength and just muscle their way to the net there. Willmar held their ground pretty well, although there were some anxious moments. Johnson carries it back in here for Armstrong-Cooper. Centering pass, but nobody home as it bounces all the way through. Willmar looking a little bit tired right now here. They've just kind of been fighting them off for the last couple shifts. And they were able to pop it out to center. Garberding will throw it on in. Smart play there, too. I mean, considering time and the score,
absolutely,
that was the play to make. And now Garberding, the puck comes back to her. Ooh, and she got a good hard wrist shot away. We can see why Coach Setram said she can really shoot the puck, but that time, nice pad save by Botts. And here come the Wings with about 2 minutes to go, down by 2. They'll have to bring it back to center and start again as Quinn's pass doesn't connect. I think in part because of their speed, Willmar's had a much easier time entering the zone than Armstrong-Cooper has.
Absolutely.
Bailey Olsen had it knocked away, and then that went off the skate of O'Brien out front. Leo O'Brien will drop it to Quinn. Tipped about 3 times on the way in. Knutson the stop, and then it's recovered by Bailey Olsen. Here comes Maya Monson. Oh, Quinn,
nice takeaway.
Well, wins that battle at center ice. Quinn firing a long shot, and the glove catch here by Knutson, and she will hang on. Monson's been dynamite through the neutral, but that time Quinn won the battle. And if you're Willmar, you're thinking to yourself, maybe we'd been better off dumping that. But you see this puck. Boy, these are the kind of goaltenders hate. There's bodies everywhere that get tipped at least twice on the way in.
Watch this thievery right here. Look at that. Look at that. What a great move by Quinn there. I love it. And she recognized the situation. I like the fact that she got the shot off and got that face off down there too. But that's the first real breakdown I've seen that Willmar's had. And this is a great time for a timeout. Beautiful. Great timing. Get his people rested. Calm them down a little bit. Give them a plan to think about. Don't worry about the, oh my God, it's a minute 18. Oh. Get them calmed down. Good fight back by AC here right now. Give them a plan. Get the plan to get your goaltender off. Get the extra person set up who's coming out on the ice. Let them know what everybody's supposed to do here now. And this refocusing. Get the panic out of both these teams. Get them ready to do their job.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how aggressive they are with that. I mean, I think you could make a case that even just starting after the timeout with your goaltender pulled isn't out of the question. It was 1:18 to go.
Yep. Puck's down here. Why not? Don't even put her out there. You got to get 2 goals, not 1. You got to get 2. And I got to give it to Botts. Botts played a good game today. She's really done a good job for him. She's seen a lot of puck tonight.
And it does look like she is going to be on the bench, and they'll have 6 attackers. And I think, as you said, Dan, if it was 3-2, maybe not as much, but 4-2, you almost have to at this point. And if you're Willmar, certainly I think there's probably a mention of let's not get too excited aiming for that empty net. You can't, you don't want to just immediately ice the puck here.
No, you do like they've been fielding. If you notice, they really haven't thrown it down. They've pushed it into the neutral zone, which is exactly what you do.
So empty net here for Armstrong-Cooper. 6 skaters out. There's a stick save by Knutson. Quinn keeping it in, but not, well, then she's able to knock it down again. Now Maya Monson picking it up. Monson getting it out to center as she was bumped hard, and now picked up by Bailey Olsen. Olsen for the empty net, and she hits it.
Perfect.
5-2 Cardinals.
Climb the ladder. Climb the ladder to the goal. Climb the ladder to the goal, and they did it to perfection now. Well played.
Olsen did a good job of not getting, overly excited. Here's Monson coming out and battled through some contact, and then Olsen picking it up. Great move there.
And they supported each other. Everybody backed each other up as the puck got loosened up, went to a spot. Then another person showed up, then another person showed up. Did a nice job just working it out of the zone.
And banked out to center where Quinn will have to regroup with it here. Yeah, maybe in part because they skate pretty well, but it does seem like Willmar positionally has been in the right place more than the Wings have tonight.
Absolutely. They're skating in the position and they're disciplined. Everybody knew their job. They knew where to go, what to do. The other thing I liked about them, too, is they've got some skills. I mean, we saw a lot of good hand skills, passing skills on this team. A lot of these kids know what to do with the puck.
So Willmar will be moving on to take on Princeton, the defending champ of the tournament. Prior Lake was leading in the other game on the other rink, and they'll play Holy Angels if they hang on to win in the semifinals here on Friday night. Under 15 seconds to go, so Willmar going to pick up their 4th win of the season and beat the host Wings for the 2nd year in a row here early in the tournament. Interception, but they can't get a shot away late. And it will be Willmar celebrating the victory as they get the only 2 goals of the 3rd period after Armstrong-Cooper had gotten one fairly late in the 2nd to make it a 1-goal game. And so overall impressive performance here by Willmar. You said, Dan, they've got a couple key seniors, but a lot of their talent is kind of in their sophomore class. Yeah. And so they've got good things ahead as well.
Yeah, they really do, and the future looks bright for them, and they did a real good job tonight. They came in and played a very cool, calm game and did a nice job. Once they got that goal in, a couple goals in, boy, they started rolling and playing with looked like a really good, confident hockey team and did a good job. And I think Armstrong-Cooper, they came in with some momentum here, winning 2 out of 3 games, but I think they just, number one, I think the holiday break didn't help them. I think Coach mentioned that before the game. And they just got frustrated. They let it get to them in their heads a little bit. I think mentally they beat themselves in this game quite a bit.
So your final is Willmar 5 and Armstrong-Cooper 2. We invite you to stop out at New Hope Arena if you're looking for something to do for Friday and Saturday. The tournament continues with day 2 and day 3 on 2 rinks, the South Rink and here on the North Rink at New Hope Ice Arena. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Hope you've enjoyed the telecast. For Dan Fick and John Jacobson and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. It's Willmar 5 and Armstrong-Cooper 2 here in the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic.